Right guys, so it is nearly 3:30 in the morning and Mrs. Nemo is kindly running me to the airport. Say hello, Mrs. Nemo.
Hello, Mrs. Nemo.
Hey, I'll cut you.
I'm absolutely knackered. Little sleep last night. We're meeting up with Sound Money Stacking at the airport, so here's hoping it's going to be a good flight. But stay tuned and we'll give you some updates. So, tempted fate with my last comment. Our flight was delayed leaving Glasgow on our first stop to Amsterdam due to fog over Western Europe, but we got there eventually. Missed our connecting flight, but thankfully KLM managed to sort us out with onward flight, and here we are over Amsterdam just now. Managed to get a quick bite to eat with Sound Money in Amsterdam, and we've got our next flight onwards towards Berlin. As you can see, it's a bit bumpy here. As many of you know, I am a terrible flyer, so I'm pretty sure I left bite marks in my chair when I stood up, but we got there in one piece.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
Brace! 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 Heads down! Stay down!
So here we are over Berlin on approach, and I knew it was going to be cold, but I didn't realise we were flying into the ice planet of Hoth, as you can see below. So this is a precursor for what's to come. So we landed in Berlin around about 1:15, managed to get our bags. Thank Christ our bags actually got transferred. I was panicking the whole way there that our bags would be sent somewhere else, but picked up our bags and headed for the train. After some wandering about, found the train and headed in towards Berlin. Now we were staying at, and again I'm going to mispronounce this, Friedrichstraße.
Wie auf the questions!
Which, again, I'm quite sure was quite central in Berlin. It was near Alexanderplatz, all the touristy bits, as you see the Berlin Dome there. Our plan for now is to get in, drop off some bags, get a bite to eat and explore the surrounding area. So with that in mind, I dumped my bags and headed out to the Brandenburg Gate. As you can see, it's an ice rink out there. Doing my best not to slip about. I was quite dubious whether or not to take camera equipment out, given it was -8 at this time. So not much footage from the first day. Just a kind of chill one after the travelling. Grabbed a currywurst and settled in for an early night for the chaos in the morning. So guys, welcome back. It's day one in Berlin and it is absolutely Baltic outside. It is currently -4. Got down to about -8 last night. As you might have seen, I did a wee exploration of the local area, made my way to the Brandenburg Gate. It was that cold, I didn't realise that my head had goosebumps. Never thought that was possible, but here we are. So my mission for today is to find a hat before we head out to the World Money Fair. The plan of action today is we are meeting up with Sound Money Stacking and Silver Stag Stacker, and we are getting an Uber towards the Estrel, where the money fair is being held. So stay tuned and you will find out what we got up to. Yeah. So guys, we've made it to the Estrel, we picked up our badge and we're ready to go. Met up with the lads. Let's look at that. I wish I thought of that myself. So main plan of action today is to grab a cook. We'll see how well it goes. We've already ran out trade magazines, so maybe that's a precursor for how we're going to go, but we're waiting in queue. Let's see how this goes. So this is just after the doors open. As you can see, it's absolute carnage. One thing I would recommend going back is never wait in a queue. Not to be stereotypical, but people in this country can't queue. Just hang back, wait for the doors to open, and jump in. It's a free-for-all. But here we go, we're entering in one of the first halls here of independent retailers, trying to ignore all the bits of shiny that's firing up my ADHD. TSE is leading the way here as quick as we can. Check this guy out in his big case, he's here to do business. Now, heading down the stairs here, we're going to go to the right and head in towards the main convention. This guy is clearly here for a plan as well. He is hoofing it. Now, walking past these guys here, we'll come back to later on. I got some bargains from those guys on the left there. But again, walking past all these lovely bits of shiny was absolute torture for my ADHD. But we're here, we're on a mission, and we need to get one of these cooks. So, entering into the main convention hall here, this is my first look at a World Money Fair, and as stepping through the door, it is complete and utter sensory overload. There's already people queuing up at respective mints for world exclusives, but again, we're here for cooks, so we're firing past. And what is this? It's sound money stacking. I swear, this guy was behind us, on the way, but he seems to have got there before us. He's an absolute legend. So, catching my breath here in the queue, having a wee look around the surroundings to scope out where we're heading next. You've got MDM beside us here, and later on I will pick up a few good, decent bargains from them. And of course, you've got a wild TSE here. As we move further up the queue, we can see this bad boy here. This is the 2026 Year of the Horse, and it is an absolute unit of a coin. I really wish I could pick one of these bad boys up. Oh, TSE jumps in as usual.
You're a funny guy, Sally. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
He's a better look at it. But with the recent prices in silver, I believe it hit 83 while we're there, pounds that is. You know, bargains were pretty hard to find, but we did pick up some good bits. Looking at some of the bits here from the Perth Mint, I really wish I picked up one of these 40th anniversary silver nuggets. But this is what we've come for, the Perth Mint 2026 Kookaburra, which features these lovely designs of the Ampelmann. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a stopover from East Germany. It's the traffic light symbols for stop and go, and it's an absolute beaut. Currently sitting at €135, but with the price, you know, I ate it and bought two. Moving on, we're heading to Germania and we're having a little look here. Now, the thing with Germania Mint is someone made a wee mistake on the fractional bars of gold. The 1/200th of an ounce gold was more expensive than the 1/100th ounce gold.
Holy fucking shit.
Which we kind of clocked as we got closer, so we had to take advantage of it. You know, we're stackers, we're always looking for a bargain.
I love gold!
I'm pretty sure someone got their arse booted for that, but here we go. There we are.
Hello.
Is it half gram? This one.
So as you can see, I'm trying to rationalise the prices here, trying to figure out why this one's more expensive, and this is when I realised that the bars are priced wrong, and I almost put my foot in it and they always work it out, but you know, they didn't, so I still grabbed a bargain.
It's okay, sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Could I have the two of the 100s?
Two of this?
Yeah, and yeah.
Two of this?
Yeah, and a torch, please.
Okay.
So at this point, I think I was a wee bit blinded by the bargain in front of me that I absolutely missed some absolute bangers out there. I mean, you've got the new Nos Gods, which are plated in different types of precious metals. I mean, a little bit more expensive given the price hike, but, you know, I really wish I'd paid more attention to these.
There we go.
Another thing I was considering was a 1 gram 2026 Germania Mint Berlin gold bar, but at €200, I thought it was a wee bit rich in my blood, considering. But I mean, check this out. This is the Herbalist and Witchcraft, which are UV activated. As you can see here, I do my best to capture it with the DJI. I really wish I picked up some of these. They're absolutely stunning designs. So now in Convention Hall 2, a little bit less chaotic. Found the Royal Mint, and we're having a wee look here at the new 2026 Proof Sovereigns, which don't contain the god-awful security features. That's a hit and a miss topic for another day. But I think, oh, there's a Whatnot stage. That's where TSE will be going live in the next day or so. Sure to support him there. Next we headed over to the Tower Mint minting experience, and we're handed these lovely extra large Johnnies.
And so, by dividing the weight and the girth of the penis by the angle, or the, what do we call it again? The yaw, what we finally get is the adjusted penis size, or TMI.
For our thumb and index finger. We're handed a blank planchet and we head in.
We had fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It is. It's pretty too.
Show that you like.
So we're doing the edge engraving.
Yep.
So first machine we come to is to do the edge inscription.
Yep.
Now it's so fast, so rapid. As you'll see here, I just line it up, drop it in, and it's done within a millisecond. I'm absolutely convinced this machine was preloaded with pre-made capsules and it was just spitting them out. But
beautiful.
With the letters on the edge.
That is beautiful. Thank you, my friend.
so the next stage was this demonstration. This machine here was set up. It essentially is used to clean planchets once the initial minting or the edge inscription has been done. Again, this is more for demonstration than anything else. They reuse the cleaning medium, and it was quite interesting to listen to. Now here we come to the main event, the minting process. This is where we're going to get the obverse and reverse stamped via the machine. You can see it's operated here by putting both index fingers into two safety aspects. Now this is to stop you from crushing your fingers, I would presume.
Nice.
The guy beside me here is just guiding me, letting me know which way to put it in.
That's what she said.
Another good one.
And here we go.
Hi there, hi there.
Habt ihr schon geguckt? Ja, ne?
So, that way?
Ah, that way, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that-
okay, perfect.
There we go.
Here you go. Have to put the button for the same time.
Okay.
So I was quite impressed by how quick this was. I mean, granted, if you're on a mass scale, this is going to be different, but, you know, for a one-on-one experience, it was very interesting.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Beautiful, thank you.
And we're on to the next stage here where we get the colorization of the coin. Now, we insert this here and it auto-rotates, so it doesn't matter which way you put this coin in, the machine will auto-rotate it so it is perfectly aligned, which I thought was quite interesting. Now it's heading in here, it's getting the dye applied, which you can just see to the right hand side of the screen. Again, my camera was shoulder mounted, I didn't get this at this point very well shot, but you'll see in a second how it's turned out. Again, another fairly quick process.
Beautiful. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
And here we can see the almost finished product. I was very surprised at how quick this whole process was, but heading over to the next machine, which I found quite fascinating. So this year, instead of rubber stamps to say that you minted your own coin, each coin is laser inscribed with its own unique serial number. This is different from anyone who minted their coin on that day, and I managed to get serial number 0128. I believe there was a mintage of 10,000 of these, but don't correct me there.
So each one has got their own unique serial number?
Yes, you're right there.
And following on
Thank
from
you.
that, let's protect it in a free capsule. What more can you ask for? I actually wish I did this twice. I would love to get 2 unique serial numbers and give one to my son, but for now this is staying in my my collection. Yeah, I mean, check that out. It's definitely a great keepsake. Hopefully I'll get back next year and get another one, start getting a wee collection of them. I think the mint changes every year. But here we go. Here's the next one. I can't remember the name of this company, but they were giving out little brass coins. You just place it in, and I was very surprised at the actual relief of this coin. It is so very detailed for how quick a process it was. I'm not sure how well it turned out on the camera, but I'll see what I can do here.
That's nice. I love that relief.
Yeah, right.
Nice. Very nice.
So after a quick breather and a quick coffee, we headed back out to the main entrance and we picked up our World Money Fair passports. Now these passports are essentially a map of all the different mints. It gives you some insights to all the mints that are appearing, some background, etc. But here it's here, the Passport 2026. Now in this book you have got a select amount of mints and your job is to go and hunt, which is right up my alley. So you hunt down all the mints, you get a stamp and a coin from that mint to say you've ticked it off. So here we go, here's the first mint that I come to. And we get a stamp from this lovely lady here. And a nice lovely coin. Typically it's mostly euros, I have to say. But we did get a few cool and unique things out there. And this is me getting into full magpie mode. I am searching for the nearest mint. And here we go. Right next door we've got the Croatian mint. So we wait in line here patiently. Again, this country doesn't do queues very well, but...
I hear you're a racist now, Father. Who said I'm a racist? Everyone's saying it, Father.
Thank you. Welcome.
Look at my friend.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you, my friend.
So this brings us towards the end of day one. I did manage to finish this passport, however my DJI had run out of power at this point. That was a rookie mistake on my part, but you can see here I'm standing next to the power coin exhibit. Now I'm very disappointed by this exhibit because they only had for sale the gold gilded floppy disk. I was after the silver. Now it was going for €399. I thought it is what it is. I mean, it is very limited product. It's a collectible. I did love it, but it was a bit too rich for me at that point in time. But anyway, if you join me in my next video, we'll have some more footage. And stay tuned for the pickup video coming along and the next, probably by the end of the week. So again guys, drop a comment, drop a like if you like, subscribe, and you know, until next time guys, peace. Good morning guys, so I thought I'd give you a wee quick update. So yesterday was the first day at the World Money Fair. What a complete culture shock it was. You know, coming from Scotland, we have antique fairs, we don't have coin fairs. At these fairs you might have one or two coin dealers, you know. And going from that to what this was, oh my god. That was a mixture of anxiety and impulse buying. It was the only way to get a kid in a candy store. It was like 10 Christmases wrapped up into one. What an amazing experience. We've picked up some good things. We got some amazing deals. Mainly due to improper pricing, I might say. I think somebody might get their arse booted for some of the pricing, but yeah, we are not going back today. We are heading out to, you know, boys being boys, we're heading out to the Samurai Museum later today. Before I meet up with TSC, Sound Money, Psy, and I believe Silver Stag, thought, you know, let's head out and explore a bit of Berlin. We've got a few hours to kill, so I think we're heading to, and again, I'm a Scottish guy here, so don't expect the proper pronunciation of things. I barely got a grasp of English as it is.
Tuna! Tuna, mate! Tuna! Tuna! What is it with arseholes in the letter T? Scottish guys, mate, real guys, we pronounce that T with a ch.
Alexanderplatz, heading out there, and if we've got time, might head down towards Checkpoint Charlie, you know, do the touristy stuff, get that out of the way. But as you might be able to see, maybe not with this camera, it is currently snowing here in sunny Berlin. And I say, don't come to Berlin in January. Big shout out to Zeus for sorting me out with a nice winter bonnet. You know, top bloke, that guy. I think it's a case of wrapping up and see where the day takes us. So, stay tuned guys. Hopefully I'll get some footage for today. But if not, catch you in the next one. So guys, headed out towards Alexanderplatz here. Unfortunately didn't take a DJI with me. Didn't want to chance it given that it was still -8. But we see the world clock here and the TV tower, world famous, and you can see it's absolutely snowing down out there, and you know, the obligatory selfie. So the general plan here was to grab some souvenirs for the family back home. Managed to pick up a couple of pressed pennies for Nemo Jr. Bumped into this guy who knew Bud Spencer was a thing in Germany, and here's a resident BBA in the middle of Berlin. So after lunch we met up with TSC, Sound Money Stacking and CY Sterling and headed out towards the Samurai Museum. First impression of this place, I have to say, I'm very disappointed. I was absolutely hoping that this was going to be a terrible exhibit. You know, it was just going to be some guy's shed in the middle of nowhere, but...
Behold, my stuff.
Check it out. So this is a private individual who has spent decades amassing a private collection, and what a collection it is. So sit back, relax, I'll jump in and out with some commentary, but yeah, enjoy the Samurai Museum. So one of the first exhibits that took our attention was this monstrosity of an axe slash spear slash sword, when you absolutely have to kill everything in the room.
Accept no substitutes.
Imagine the cost in one of these cabinets alone. Hang on, is that a Japanese haggis? So I got to this display of mass and I was absolutely laughing my balls off at the last one because it reminded me so much of Cy the Soundman. I'm sorry, Cy, I had to. So after a wee mooch about downstairs, headed up the stair, saw this carriage here, and it was at this point I noticed something downstairs. There was a theatre space and I was wondering what they were going to use it for. Headed over for a wee look and we can see that there is a kabuki theatre, I think that's how you pronounce it, being projected. Watched this for a wee while. What a interesting experience. So a quick Google search. Kabuki is a classical Japanese performing art from the Edo period, the 17th century, and it's renowned for its highly stylised acting, vivid costumes and dramatic music-driven performances, as you can see here. Moving through to the next area, we got to see how a katana is made, making up the different elements. We can see a wide variety of tsuba, I believe they're called, the handguards, and very intricate designs.
After that, I headed down this corridor and I had to film this. I thought it was quite interesting. You've got these doors here and you can only see it with these filters. Check that out. After that, headed down towards this full suit of armour. Kid in the candy store here, who could resist a full suit of Japanese samurai armour? So let's have a wee play and have a wee twirl. Following that, I noticed there was a wee photo booth just to the left of that, which takes pictures of you and creates an AI image of you as a samurai warrior. And there you go, you can see the thing there. Couldn't resist giving a wee print out, and you will see here the finished product. I thought it was quite apt with the fireballs coming out my arse, considering I've had a very dodgy doner kebab the night before. If you know, you know. It was then we got a notification on Stacker's social that our man Zeus had done one of his world famous treasure hunts, where he had picked up a World Money Fair Kookaburra and hidden it, left us a little trail of breadcrumbs that we had to follow. So on that note, we decided to absolutely hoof it from the museum to the Brandenburg Gate, where the first clue was. It was this point that TSC and Sound Bunny set off on foot, so CY and me got a taxi. We arrived at first port of call, the Brandenburg Gate, as you can see TSC filming a little video there. The fire brigade was present here doing a little photo shoot, which I thought was actually quite awesome.
And here we have a wild stack collector.
So we're going to spend a bit of time up here. Looking at silver that Zeus is hidden. And then we're going to put it on there.
So here we are at the Brandenburg Gate. We're heading up this way because our man over on Stacker Social has hidden a World Money Fair 1 ounce Kookaburra. Now he's left a little trail of breadcrumbs or clues.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
So we are going to go and find it. So as you can see, it is snowing like mad here in Berlin. So yeah, need to be careful, not like our man TSE who earlier face planted. Now I wish my camera was rolling for that one, but hey ho, here we are. So let us go and find it.
Watch this, peasants!
So guys, quick update. It turns out that the round has been found. Big congratulations to Manic Big Man.
Fuck you, asshole.
On Stacker Social. Well done, brother. Well deserved. You got there moments before we did, but well done. So we're heading off now. TSC and CY Stirling. We're heading to the cigar lounge. So let's go and warm up.
So here we can see the carnage unfolding over on Stacker's Social. Yet another reason to join this community. You see I'm giving the congratulations to Marinate Big Man there. So we head off towards the cigar lounge, stop by a little press penny machine, pick up some coins for Nemo Jr. and settle in with a nice cigar. Now, shout out to CY Stirling here for picking out some absolute bangers, which we enjoyed, got to know the lads a bit more and had a great time. After the cigars, felt a bit peckish, stopped by a local haunt here and grabbed a German doner kebab. Check that bad boy out. This is a wee bit better than the one I had the previous night, it was a bit dodgy. After that, went a wee bit exploring, found this Ampelmann shop, and check out the legend that is David Hasselhoff. Heading on down to Checkpoint Charlie, you see here the sign that reads now entering the American section, which was quite funny as you can see a KFC and a McDonald's right next to it. One thing I found really interesting was this marker, which indicated where the Berlin Wall used to lie. You see the dual bricks there, the cobblestones that indicate where the wall originally ran. So this brings us to the end of the second day. As I said, guys, just a chill day out and exploring the local area in preparation for the chaos that will be day 3. A few things I want to pick up, so stay tuned and see if we manage it. Catch you in the next one. Good afternoon, guys. It is Saturday, 31st of January, and we are day 3 in Berlin, back at the World Money Fair here, accompanied by Sound Money Stacking. Now, I thought I recorded an intro to this video, but unfortunately, I forgot to press record. Rookie mistake, I know. So, day 3, the main plan here is to pick up one of these Japanese mint sets that sold out on day 1. As many of you might know, I am a bit of a Japaholic and absolutely love the mint sets that get released. Now, this one I'm after is the World Money Fair exclusive 2026. And as you can see here, I arrived just in time. I believe they only had about 50 left in stock, and I was lucky enough to snag one. Now, these are just base metal coins, but I just love collecting them. And as you see there, we have the booty. Stay tuned for an in-depth look at that. Following on to that, I again find myself hovering around the MDM booth here. Now, see, I decide to pick up one of these 10-gram Samoan beer stein. Highly collectible. I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick one of these up for my son. But I also noticed that they are doing fractional gold, which I'll come back for later on. But check out some of the stuff here. I also pick up one of these pretzels that you can see here on the right. Highly collectible items. I believe there's only just under 2,000 made. And again, stay tuned and I'll show you an in-depth look.
Yeah, okay. 39 euros.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and for you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, at this point, I was contemplating hitting up the Perth Mint, but it had been completely wiped out after day 1. So I just decided to have a wee wander about and see where the day takes us. I'm quite happy I managed to pick up my Japanese mint set, but I need to pick up some more bits of shiny silver. Now, after day 1, the price was £85 per ounce. Now, I believe it did crash down to the 60s, which I was hoping to pick up some bargains, but I think the prices were pretty much set in stone. Now, I've decided to leave in quite a lot of footage of me walking about here. Now, that's just simply to give anyone who hasn't been the idea on what to expect from a World Money Fair. I see it's absolute chaos. I end up back over at the Austrian Mint. You can see here they've got the skis out to do, I believe it's a Nintendo Switch they've got. Never got a chance to race TSE here, but yeah. And we head over to the Tower Mint, which was one of the main exhibitors. Based in Gibraltar, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. But you can see here I am wandering about trying to figure out what should I buy next.
Sorry, can you buy, or is it online only?
No, only online.
That's no problem, thank you.
So this is another thing I was coming up against. A lot of exhibitors were only displays. You could only buy online only, which I was a wee bit disappointed with, but I mean, it is what it is. I took a wander over to the CIT booth here, another great distributor here. I was quite interested in the portal rounds. As you can see here, the topography rounds are absolutely amazing. The Grand Canyon can be seen here. But these other rounds, the Grand Europe rounds, the relief on these are absolutely amazing. Again, the price, I couldn't really justify it, but it did win Coin of the Month. in August 2025. Just check these out. These are fantastic collector pieces. As I was wandering by, I did clock this signage here for one of the new 1/50th ounce of Krugerrands. You know, it is a very small coin, but I thought, you know what, I need to have one of these. It's one of the smallest Krugerrands.
Is the Krugerrand for sale, the 1/50th?
No, unfortunately
No.
not. It didn't arrive on time, so
God damn it.
unfortunately not.
Do you know if it'll be here for the fair at all?
No,
Absolutely not.
Unfortunately not, no.
That's no
Still
problem.
on the way, so from Africa.
No problem. Thank you very much for your help.
Well, guess I'm not picking up one of those. Let's see if we have a closer look at this. Maybe enhance it up a little.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Just print the damn thing.
Heading on over to Kinesis booth and spotted this. Well, I suppose I can't say Pringle for licensing reasons, but this is one of the biggest regrets, is not picking up one of these bad boys. Found this booth handing out free, what you could call gold backs, Verarium. 25 milligrams. I actually picked up a few of these. Every time I walked by, they were throwing these out at people. Wish I walked by a few more times, but you can see here they're UV activated. I don't know how well this is coming on camera, but the bioluminescence in these is just superb. In fact, I donated one of these to TSC for a giveaway on his whatnot. If you were the lucky one to win it, let me know in the comments. So checking out some vintage gold pieces here, along with these giant kookaburras. Everybody loves a kook. Speaking of TSC, it's almost time for his whatnot to go live, so we head on over to Hall 2 just to check in with him and have a wee mooch about. I absolutely swear that I had to control every bone in my body not to tackle this dude. I mean, check out, he's just begging for it. Heading on over to Perth Mint, I got a fantastic bargain off these guys. They weren't very good in negotiating prices, but I was able to talk them down to €110 from €130. Picked up one of the PAX rounds with the peace stuff. Absolutely amazing quality. The guy reached over to the table from a stack and picked me up one and handed it over. It wasn't until he handed it over I realised he'd actually gave me one of the proof rounds by accident. So that was a nice lucky win there. Next to Pressburg, we head over to the New Zealand Mint, also known as Agoro. I had heard Cobra talking about these Monopoly boards, and you know, again, this is another thing that I wish I picked up. Fantastic price. You are getting an ounce of silver with it, but as you can see here, all the mints are allocated on this board. Again, having a look at some of these, fantastic. I mean, that paper airplane is just screaming out to me. I wish I picked it up. Bit of nostalgia here. Transformers. Have to take a couple of pics, you know. This is like being a kid in the 80s. Love a bit of Transformers. After I was done slavering over these Transformers, I decided to head on over to the Whatnot stage. On the way, I see Numismatics giving me the evil eye. Again, still trying not to tackle him. Checking out these gold backs here. What are your thoughts on these? I think they're more a collectible item than anything else. But, I mean, check it out. Everyone needs a pirate lady.
The one you got to think is with the gold-silver ratio, if you're holding silver.
Did check out these silverbacks, but at the price, I believe it was €39 for one. I couldn't justify it. I mean, they are beautiful, but at €39 I couldn't. Checking out the sexy TSC and CY Sterling there, setting up for Whatnot. I was on refreshment duty, but did manage to photobomb the stream. But did you catch it? Let me know in the comments. After a while, headed back out into the main hall for a little mooch about. I think at this point the money was burning a hole in my pocket. Wanted to pick up a few more bits of bullion before heading out to the marketplace. had to head back over to Germania, but unfortunately they managed to sort out the issue with the fractional gold. Had a little look at the Canadian Mint. As you can see, a lot of fantastic pieces here, and again, this is another place where I wish I hit on day one, because it was absolutely sold out in most items. A lot of these things were display only at this point. A lot of things were a wee bit more than I would like to pay, but with the price hike, etc., it was more than justified. Kept seeing these rolls of the $2 coins, the Tuis I think they're called. I don't know an awful lot about them, but you know, I might need to do some research and pick up some next year.
Sir. Good morning, how are we?
Can I help you with anything?
I'm just having a wee look about.
Sure.
Slim pickings, I take it you get wiped out the first couple of days?
We did, yeah. Probably at half the SKUs that we started with.
Yeah, that's it.
Is there something specific you were looking for?
Silver, 1 ounce silver bar, but long gone.
We had them, we brought maybe 50, 60 of them, and they were gone within a few hours.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is what it is.
Sorry about that.
No, it is what it is. You know, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
As you may see here, you can find the sun is a silver foil with natural stone.
Another mint which I think is quite underrated is Czech mint. As you see here, I'm checking out this round here, €70 at the time. But check it out, the Czech lion. I regret not picking up one of these.
So, what's the weight of the small coin here? Is that
half gram?
Half gram?
Yeah.
Yeah, half gram. That's fine. Language barriers. Yeah,
It's
love
very
it.
tiny and cute.
Yeah. I'm looking for my son. I'm contemplating.
So again, we're back over at MDM. I seem to always gravitate towards this booth, but this is where we notice the fractional gold Harry Potter rounds. These are 1/200th of an ounce. I mean, €29 for a 1/200th. It was okay, I could justify that. Picked up a few of these for my wife, as she is a big Harry Potter geek. Also picked up another beer stein for my nephew. Again, these are great wee gifts, especially if we've got young stackers in the family. After here, we took a wee wander and found a wild Silver Stag Stacker, so we decided to meet up and have a wee mooch about.
How you getting on? You spent too much?
Ben have just got that. Just starting it.
Oh, they're just starting it? Well, there you go, I picked up the 10 grand silver coin for €30. Oh, it's too much, man. I'm trying to pace myself. I ended up walking back to Brandenburg Mint as well. I'm like, I'll come back. I picked up a half ounce for the Austrian Mint for €58. It's a guy wearing lederhosen, so I don't know if it's your cup of tea or no.
I think I've seen him walking about that.
That'll be me later on, so it will.
One thing that caught my eye when we headed over to the Italian State Mint here was these folks engraving what would be the Winter Olympics. So these were the Milano Cortana 2026 Winter Olympics medals getting made. After that, we got some free chocolates at the Swiss Mint. I decided to leave a little souvenir behind of one of my Berlin poker chips.
There's a silver proof. €110. Ugh, I'm just going to sit that there. Somebody will get it.
check out this 3 ounce beauty of a coin. A lot of the Rings fans out there. Oh my god, I wish I picked up one of these, but you know, with the price, I couldn't justify it. Now it's time to head out into the independent distributor booths. This is just a melee of everyone. I've left a lot of footage in here so you can get an idea on how chaotic and busy it is. Unfortunately, I think at this point my DJI was starting to play up, as you'll see later. I did manage to break it, but we got as much footage as we can. You can see this guy here is absolutely giving me the death stare. Can we just give props to this guy on demonstrating the proper way to eat a banana? You know, the manly way. Well done, dude. So at this point we're checking out some coins that this dealer has. Unfortunately, my camera was pointing up the way instead of down, so you're not getting an idea of what I'm actually seeing here. But he did have some good buys, I have to admit. I didn't take him up on them at that point. Finally realised my camera was pointing up the way and managed to sort it out. Now check out some of these coins here. I mean, 420 euros. I mean, that was a beautiful coin. I would love one in my collection. Again, I'm going to have to go back with more money next year and pick up some of these kind of numismatic things. One thing I did pick up, as many as you know, I am currently doing with my son a world coin album. Now that's going to be one coin from every country, pre-Euro. It is a bit of a ball ache, but we're managing it. We managed to pick up another 10 coins, I believe, to fill that out. So now we're only missing 6. So hopefully in the next couple of months we can round it up, but it is obscure countries that are left. Another thing I made a note to myself was to research some of these commemorative euros, the silver ones at least. I need to start having a wee look into, you know, the silver content, the numismatic value, etc., because the fair is absolutely loaded with these. I did pick up a few out of impulse, and yeah, I got some good deals, but you know, it's one thing I need to research properly. I will say at this point, I will give a shout out to CY Sterling for igniting my passion in base metal €2 coins, the commemorative ones at least. He did supply me with a bag of about 100 of them to start my collection, and you know, my son and I have had great fun filling out one of the albums. Next up, we come across these 1000 escudo coins. Now, these are silver, they're 50% silver at 28 grams. Now, the fine silver content would be 14 grams there. Now, these were going for about 28 euros I managed to get them for. I thought that was a bit of a bargain, so I picked up 3 of these. Any stackers out there interested in world currency in the form of notes? You have got a plethora here. It's not something I collect, but you know, each to their own. I did see people walking out with big wads of dead currency. You know, currency that no longer exists. So at this point, yeah, I did get my euros, and I'm checking out different ones here. Now you can see on the left of the frame, I will take a wee zoom in here. I picked up this one in the middle, the 59 euro one. It's the 20 euro German. I will show this in depth on the pickup video, but you know, I'm not sure if I got a bargain, but if you know more about these, please let me know. So after this complete and utter culture shock, guys, we met up with each other, had a coffee. We noticed you can still see a bit of the Berlin Wall standing from outside this rail, which we found quite fascinating. Decided, let's grab a cab, head on back to Friedrichstraße and get ready for the night. We were meeting up with a couple of the boys at the Malia, Cobra included, and decided to go out for a couple of beers. Noticed this guy at the traffic lights juggling. I thought it was quite fun. So, headed back to the hotel, got ready for the night, and headed out with TSC, CY Sterling, and Sound Money Stacking. TSC recommended this sushi place, so I thought we'd give it a try. I was quite dubious, and when we arrived there, it's a Japanese restaurant run by an Indian guy with a Chinese cook. I wasn't expecting much, to be fair, but I'm telling you, it was one of the best bits of sushi I have ever tasted in my life. Highly recommended. Please check it out.
So this is going to be a prize for the next credit card. Let's see what we can get up. Here we go, guys. Look. What do you want? What are we after? Do you want a Minecraft dog? Do you want a panda dog? What's everyone wanted? Minecraft dog? Well, he's going to be now. I can't get. I think I might have. Oh, random. Oh! Right, okay, no messing about this time. Let's get one. Yeah! Got the money back for the first one. Come on, that's how we roll.
Yes!
Dog race prizes. Next time it is 7 o'clock, you'll be winning one of these to take home, my friend. Unicorn and monstrosity dog.
Got a monstrosity.
With that, we headed back to Malia, got a couple of beers with some of the boys, met some absolute legends, too many to name, but, you know, it was good getting to know each and every one of you, and I can't wait to come back next year.
Got you a pint, Cobra.
Good morning, guys. It's the last day. We're getting packed up and heading home. Now, I'm recording this on my phone because yesterday my DJI camera, which I used to record most of my footage, decided to take a swan dive at the fair. So it is going to need to get sent for repair when we get home. So I just wanted to record this video just to say a massive, you know, thank you to everyone in this community. The guys I met here are absolute legends. The welcome that we received was second to none. This is my first time in Berlin with the guys, and you know, I'll definitely be back. Maybe spent a wee bit too much, more than I wanted, but nah, we got some good bargains, got some good deals, and I think we've kind of made friends for life here. Shout out to Sound Money Stacking, Trudell, Eurocoin Hunter, CY Sterling, the Stack Collector, the big unit that is Cobra, Silver Stag Stacker. God, who else did I meet? I think I've met too many people that I can't keep up. We're getting the process of packed up here, and we're shooting off home later on. But I think we're just going to have a wee decompression day before we hit the chaos of the airport. As you see, I've not long woke up. The beard is not brushed. A wee bit rugged looking. After the show last night, we went for some sushi. Never thought I would have good sushi in Berlin, but there you go. Absolute amazing recommendation from TSC. So what's been my highlight of this trip then, guys? Well, the highlight obviously has to be the World Money Fair. You know, as especially someone from Scotland who we don't really have coin fairs. Going from those tiny fairs to that's a culture shock and a half. It's sensory overload, I think is the best way to put it. Had fun, but Other highlights out with that, I have to say, going for cigars with TSC and CUI. Lovely bunch of guys, getting to know them a bit better. What else? Samurai Museum, you know. I'm quite disappointed it wasn't just some random guy's shed and he was like, check out my sword, you know. But no, it was an amazing exhibition, I have to say. It's the personal collection that guy's amassed is just chef's kiss. Other highlights of the trip, I have to say, I have seen my life flash before my eyes several times. Getting in cabs over here is certainly an experience. I'm pretty sure my arse was leaving bite marks in the seat, but yeah, TSC, CY, Sound Money, they'll be able to let you know what the cabs are like over here. Absolute chaos. Nah, just honestly a lovely bunch of guys, and a complete credit to Stacker Social. A bit disappointed that some people couldn't make it. Not as disappointed as them, I might add. But no, I'll be coming back next year and I hope to meet even more people. What's the plan for this morning? Well, I'm going to go and check the situation with the bag drop. I'm going to head out to... I think I'm going to head out to the Bud Spencer Museum. Yeah, Bud Spencer, that's just round the corner. I'm going to check that out. And I think I'm meeting up with Sound Money and CY. I think we're going to hit up the cathedral. We were going to hit up the wall, but the roads are like glass out there. It's very frosty, so maybe walking along the river isn't the best idea, but we'll see what the day brings. And then we're going to shoot off the airport around about 2-3 o'clock and then just get something to eat, chill, and then it's off to Amsterdam and then on to Scotland. But I'm hoping flights aren't delayed. I have really enjoyed my time here, but you know, I'm looking forward to getting home. Bit bizarre. I think this is the longest in a while I've been without my family. Although you guys have been surrogates, I have to say, I do miss my own creature comforts, I have to admit. But anyway guys, I've rambled on long enough. Please stay tuned. I'll be getting the videos up very shortly. But until next time, peace.
As you may know, I travelled to the Berlin Money Fair 2026, met a lot of interesting characters and had a fantastic time. This of course was my first time ever at the World Money Fair, and we picked up some bargains along the way. So now sit back, relax, and in this video we show you what we came back with. So guys, first thing we managed to pick up on day one, quite grateful for, as one of these Kookaburras, the World Money Fair 2026. As you can see here, the privy mark is the Ampelmann, which is a stopover from East Germany. It's the traffic signals for stop and go for pedestrians. Managed to pick up 2 of these at €135 a pop due to what the silver price was at, but hey ho, it is what it is. First impulse buy here is a St. Nicholas. Now this is 925 silver, I believe, and it was an impulse buy. I did see it and I suspected it was an ounce of silver. Unfortunately it was a half ounce, but you can't deny it is a very nice design there. It is a 20 Swiss francs from the Swiss Mint, and it is an absolute stunning coin. I might gift this to my son for Christmas, but I haven't decided yet. Next up, we headed to the Monnaie de Paris, the Paris Mint. I'm a huge fan of the stuff coming out of this mint, and this is one of their medallions, the Monnaie de Paris tokens for the World Money Fair 2026. I do collect these whenever I'm in France, great wee souvenirs to pick up. So I saw these and I couldn't resist. Now these are silver, and I had to pick up 3 of the Musketeers here. I know I'm missing D'Artagnan, but I suppose we could try and pick that up at a different time. Now these are 33.3% Silver, yeah, it's a low silver content, but I can't deny that I absolutely love them. They're €10 denomination. I do have quite a few of these already picked up from previous trips to Paris, and they're great wee collectible items, not so much for investment, but more collectible. Next up, we headed down to the Austrian Mint here. I saw this and couldn't resist. Who can resist a guy in lederhosen with a deer staring at him? It is a ½ ounce of silver, and I thought, you know, for the price, it was okay at that point. I mean, the silver price was £85, £86 per ounce at that point. So we picked up this, which was €58. Couldn't really complain at the price. What I didn't realise at the time is they were selling the proof version, which is in this bag, for the exact same price. So I later went back and picked it up, because who can't resist a proof coin? And you see, this one is colourised. I am not the biggest fan of colourised coins, but I might make an exception for this one. You see, check out the guy just chilling out there with his lederhosen with the deer in the background. Next on the list we have MDM. I did pick up quite a few bits from here. I picked up a couple of these beer stein. 10 gram from Samoa. They are limited to 1,999 as 3/9 fine silver. I couldn't resist picking these up. I mean, I picked up 2 of these. I believe they were €39 each, but I mean, check it out. I mean, they're nice wee collectibles. I picked up 2 of these, as I said, one for my son and one for my nephew. I think they're going to make some fantastic gifts for, you know, birthdays and Christmases, that sort of thing. As I was picking that up, I noticed they did another version, which was a pretzel. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have to buy this one as well. Again, €39 as a colourised coin again, but you know, for the collectible value in the novelty, I thought it was worth it. While we were walking through, we spotted the Thai Mint, and I saw this for, I believe it was €8. It is a commemorative silver coin for a king that I am not going to attempt to pronounce. It is 80% silver, 20% copper, and the denomination is 10 baht, if I'm pronouncing that right. As I say, I couldn't resist picking it up. It is a little tiny bit of silver, but yeah, it's great to add to the collection nonetheless. Next, we headed back to the Brandenburg Mint on day 2. We were eyeing up one of the PAX rounds. I thought, you know what, I have to pick up one of these. I thought with the drop in silver that the prices would drop. Unfortunately not. So they were still wanting €130. Shout out to CY Sterling, who managed to talk this guy down to €110. Unfortunately for the guy, he reached over the table to pick up one of the last that was available and picked up a proof round. So here we go, here's a bargain of the century. We've got a €200 coin for €110. Following that, we headed back out into the numismatic area, and I managed to pick up a coin I have been searching for some time. Any Lord of the Rings fans out there? Check it out. I have been searching for this for some time. Now, next to that retailer, I got talking to an individual from London who managed to sell me this for €90. At the time, it was a great buy. Now, I only have one more of these, one Onza, or the original Libertas, whatever you want to call them. And if I'm being honest, I am more a fan of this design than the newer one. What's your thoughts on that? Do you have a favourite? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of Mexican silver, as you know, I do collect these 10% Mexican Uno pesos. Anywhere I go, they still clink like silver despite being, you know, only 10%. I mean, it's not an investment. I do have what I call a pirate chest, which I fling these into, and it's great just, you know, opening it up from time to time, having a wee play at your silver, pretending to be a pirate. I mean, what's not to love? Next pickup is from Czechoslovakia. It is a random coin which I can't remember where I picked up. Now this one here is a 50 kronen and is 50% silver. Do you know something that's probably, again, I don't know where I've picked this up, but it's probably because it said silver and it was sitting at €10. I thought, do you know what, I'm going to pick it up. Next pickup, which I'm quite pleased with, is these 1000 escudo coins. Now these have a weight of 28 grams with a fineness of 50% silver, so 14 grams each. Managed to pick them up for €28. And you know something, you know, I'm a lover of commemorative coins, plus the silver. What's not to love about them? Might pick some more of these up in the future if I can get them for a good price, maybe fill a tube with them. Onto some gold now from MDM. I've picked up a few of these for my wife. These are 1 200 ounce of gold, and it's a Harry Potter. I mean, she was quite pleased when I gave her this for a little gift coming back, but swiftly taken off and putting into my chest. What can we say? Next we head on over to Germania Mint. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, they made a little boo-boo with the pricing, and they were selling these 1 100 ounce gold for the price of 1 200 ounce gold. They'd mixed the pricing up, boys and girls. Rookie mistake. So we put the flyer out on Stacker Social, and we came and wiped them out of their stock. But do you know something? It's a great pickup. Nice little fractional bit of gold with the price of gold with the way it is these days. You know, these are only going to increase in value. Staying on the topic of gold, we have these 25mg gold foil notes. Now, these are for Arium, and I believe they manufacture the gold backs, if I'm not mistaken. Now, they were handing these out for, you know, just freebies. You know, every time I walk past, I've thrown them at me. I wish I walked past a few more times, maybe racked up some gold. But the interesting thing with these is they have a security feature that they contain some bioluminescence. Now, picked up a handy torch from Germania Mint, and as you see here, I hope it shows up well on camera, you can see, yeah, it lights up pretty well. Now, the series that they are launching, they're not quite available yet, is marine biology, you know, things that bioluminesce. So you see you've got a shrimp here, I believe they've got one with some sort of jellyfish, etc, etc. But I can't wait to see these come out. Maybe pick up a few and see how we go. Speaking of gold backs, we stopped by their booth and there's a little exclusive here. This is a Washington DC 2026 one gold back. So this is a limited edition. It is released to celebrate 250 years of the US. It does contain the usual 1/1000th of an ounce of fine gold, but check out the security feature on this. Yeah, the fireworks light up, which I think is quite, you know, it's an amazing design, this. Usually the security features are on the back. As you can see here, not much happening there, but you know, it's a great design. Whether these are not for investment, I'll leave that up to you. I personally just love the artwork. So at this point, I'd like to give a big shout out to CY Sterling for fueling this latest addiction. Managed to pick up this album from Lectrum, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and you see it's for €. So CY, seen I was eyeing up some and offered to sell me his spares. So we managed to pick up quite a few from him. Fill out the album, and it's yeah, so me and my son are having great fun collecting these now. So at the booth they handed me this coin. I have no idea whatsoever what it's about, but this is from the Lectern booth. Must be a mascot, but you know, nice wee freebie. Next up, we have our Mint Your Own Tower Mint. This was a fantastic exhibit. I believe they've got a Mint Your Own at every World Fair. I can't wait to see what next year's design is, but check this out. So you're handed a blank planchet and you walk around all the steps. First off is the edge inscription, followed by the minting process, then the ink. And now, as I've pointed out here, each one is given their own unique serial number. I believe there was a limited mintage of these, so I have got number 128. I mean, for the experience alone, it was worth it. Next up, we're swinging by the Bulgarian Mint, and I was offered one of these. I couldn't resist. Now, as you may know, Bulgaria recently joined the Euro, and this is the first ever mintage of their versions of their Euro. I thought, you know what, it's a nice wee collectible, a wee commemorative issue, and this was going to be donated to my son. Now, as many of you know, I am a huge Japanese addict, and we managed to pick up one of these World Money Fair 2026 Japanese Mint sets. Now, on the first day, I'd completely forgot about these. I had Kookaburras in the brain and forgot. Time I went round, they were sold out, so on the second day I was lucky enough to snag one of the last remaining. You see here, it is the year of 2026, and if we turn it round, it is the year of the horse. So we recently went from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. And I mean, check out the designs on these. Absolutely love them. Love them or hate them, they're a fantastic buy. These were only 20 euros, and you know, for 20 euro, they're a nice wee collectible. Out in the numismatic hall, I spotted a retailer of more Japanese sets, so I couldn't resist picking up this one as well. So this is a commemorative for the 7th year of Reiwa, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure someone will correct me. But again, 2025, it's the year of the snake, as you can see there. I mean, the designs on these are just phenomenal. And my aim is to try and collect as many as I can. I might start doing a little date run, however, in the process of researching, I'm seeing there's a lot issued in a year, so I might need to pick a lane and stay in it. Following on from that, we managed to pick up this one here. Now, this one is a National Treasures. This was sold by the Japanese Mint. I don't know much of the story behind this. Again, I'm going to have to research it. But I couldn't resist. I believe it was 20 euros also. I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it. I love the design on the front. I mean, a rabbit chasing a monkey with a branch. Pfft, what's not to love? And if we have a look here, the design continues onto the coins, and you know, absolutely amazing quality here. Next up, we picked up another Japanese mint set. Now this one is for prehistoric sites in northern Japan. It is a World Cultural Heritage coin set from 2025. Now, I saw the design and I thought, you know, I have to have this as well. I believe this was only 15 euros. And, you know, as you open it up here, you can see different historical artifacts that have been found in northern Japan. It is obviously in Japanese, so I might get the translator app out for that one. But check out the design on this. I just couldn't resist. So what's your thoughts on the Japanese coin set, guys? Do you want to see more of these in the future? Are you aiming to collect them yourself? Or are you not fussed? Let me know in the comments below. Me personally, I'm going to keep stacking these. They're not obviously silver, etc. But I think, you know, for a collectible point of view, they're a nice thing to have. Getting back on track with some silver here, we picked up this as a 20 euro coin. We got this for 59 euros, so this is, I can't even pronounce it, I know it's a German 2019. It is 925 silver, 20 euro denomination, but let's dig into it and see what it is like in the inside. So you can see here it is 925 silver, it's 32.5mm diameter with 18 grams, 20 euro denomination. And again, this is a colorized coin, but do you know something? I love the design. I might pick up a few of these in the future. I need to do some research on the euro coins. I think there's some fantastic designs out there. So on the last day, as people were packing up, I headed on over to one of the, I believe it was China Mint distributors, who were practically giving these away. I picked this up for 5 euros, and do you know something? I don't know much about it other than it is a commemorative issue celebrating 500 years of the Forbidden City in China. I love the design on it there. As you can see, the denomination on the back of it is a €1/4. Never seen a €1/4 in my life. But do you know something? It's a nice wee commemorative. I need to do more research on it. So it does come with a certificate of jewellery testing. I do not know why, because from what I believe, it is base metal. Next China coin pickup here, again €5 for this. It's a commemorative medallion of a series of treasures, you know, quite ominous statement there, but as we dig into it, you can see here, I love the design here. I do have a Chinese silver coin for the Kuatin province, which looks similar to this. It's obviously on a smaller scale, but, you know something, as a wee commemorative, I couldn't resist. You see in the back there, a medal of currency treasures of China. For €5, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to buy it. Now, next thing we come to is the 2026 World Money Fair passport. As you can see here, you buy these, I believe it was €15, and you can go around all the mints, get a stamp and a coin from each mint. Not only that, it gives you some insight to all the mints that are there, and like nice handy maps to try and work your way around. Believe me, you probably need this, as the place can be quite overwhelming. Sometimes it's good to have a little map of the layout of the land, so to speak, so you can direct where you're going. But check this out, mostly euros, but you know, some nice interesting coins in there. Next pickup we have is a €2 coin for Heroes, NHS Heroes from the Munir de Paris. I thought, you know something, I'm going to have to pick this up. Being a nurse, sang to me, and I thought, do you know what, it was an impulse buy, don't judge me. Next pickups is from Amsterdam. I managed to pick up these. I love a memorial coin. I collect these wherever I go. It's a nice little, well, I want to say cheap souvenir, but whenever I go I end up buying a lot of them. But it's a nice little indication where you've been on your travels. I do have a number of these from, well, nearly every country I've been to, and again, it's a nice little keepsake. Next we have this album here. This is another album we picked up from Lucktrum, and as you know, I am a fanatic about finding these pressed pennies, especially for my son who collects them. Managed to get quite a few on our travels in Berlin there. As you can see there, I might be cheating slightly with the memorial, or the medallions as they're called, but it was nice to fill these out. Managed to pick up, like I said, a few press pennies from Checkpoint Charlie, TV Tower, Alexanderplatz, and Brandenburg Gate. Did head over to the Spencer Hill Museum. That's Bud Spencer on Torrance Hill. Great bunch of guys. If you've seen the movies, you know, you know. Now, as I mentioned previously, my son and I are doing a world coin hunt where we're getting one coin from every country. Pre-Euro, obviously, which makes it a complete and utter ball ache, but here we managed to pick up quite a few that we were missing. I think, as it stands, we're only outstanding 6 countries to make up every country in the world. Obviously, that's every existing country in the world. We do have some from countries that no longer exist, such as, you know, Yugoslavia, etc, etc. But, you know, stay tuned. If you would like to see a video on our progress on this world coin hunt, please let me know, and I'm sure I could arrange that. So guys, that brings us to the end of the pickups. As I said there, I might have went a wee bit overboard. Given the price of silver at the time was £86, you know, we didn't get as much shiny as we would love, but this here is one of my favourite coins. I have to admit, it was a steal for a proof version of it. Can't deny. Next off, of course, we have the One Ring. Been searching for this for ages at a decent price and got it, you know, for a reasonable €110. I mean, what else can I say? I absolutely love my Japanese mint sets. I was grateful I was managed to pick up some of these. One thing I will say, if you've never been to the World Money Fair, please make it a mission to get out there. Not only for the nice bargains and steals you can get, but also for the memories and friends you meet. And of course, we've got the Kookaburra. You know, this was my main thing I was going after. I was glad I managed to pick it up. I was a bit in my lee the first day, but we got there. And you know, I'll probably pick up one next year as well. But like I said, this is the booty. Thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, peace.